Hello there, amazing minds and knowledge seekers. I am Neri Morissette A. Florento, and I am thrilled to welcome you to a journey into the fascinating world of literature, where truth takes the center stage. And today, we are diving into a genre that brings reality to life. And together, we'll uncover how real stories, raw emotions, and genuine experience shaped our understanding of the world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to explore the power of truth in storytelling. But first, let's check our learning objectives to see what we're aiming to learn today. Okay? At the end of the lessons, the students will be able to identify different types of nonfiction prose and their characteristics. Next is appreciate nonfiction prose for its factual insight and write a brief definition of nonfiction prose explaining its purpose and key characteristics. To start, have you ever wondered why some stories feel so real and relatable? Almost like they're speaking directly to you. Okay, that's the magic of nonfiction prose. So let's go deeper into what makes nonfiction prose so fascinating. What is nonfiction prose? Nonfiction prose refers to written works that presents factual, real-world informations and narrative. So when we say nonfiction prose, it is a genre that doesn't rely on our imaginations, but instead it draws its strength from the truth, real events, real people, and real experiences. Unlike fiction, where the world is shaped by our creativity, nonfiction aims to inform, explain, and persuade using facts and reality and its foundation. It's like holding up a mirror to the world, reflecting life as it truly is. So now I will be sharing some natures of nonfiction prose. According here, writers of nonfiction prose have a responsibility to ensure accuracy through research and reliability. Of course, nonfiction authors or writers are expected to verify their facts and provide well-researched and credible piece of information. This responsibility to the truth is essential to maintain the reader's trust. And next is nonfictions can include emotions, personal experience, and insights. And although nonfiction is fact-based, it is often includes the writer's own thoughts, emotions, and personal reflection. And this is common in genres like memoirs or personal essays where subjective experiences enhance the narrative. And lastly, we have here, it typically follows a clear and organized structure for easy understanding. So nonfiction prose is usually organized logically to help readers easily follow along and understand the content. Because a well-organized structure makes complex information clearer and more accessible. And now we are moving to the main highlight of our discussion. We are now moving to the forms of nonfiction prose. Firstly, we have here an autobiography. An autobiography is a person's told by that person, written in first person point of view using pronouns like I and me. And one of its best example is the piece of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. It is Angelou's own account of her childhood and the challenges she faced while growing up, including racism and abuse. It's her personal story told from her own perspective. And next up, we have here biography. It is a detailed life story of a person's written by someone else. It is written in third person point of view using pronouns like her, she, and etc. Like for example, Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. It is a biography. It tells the life story of Steve Jobs, focusing on his achievements and personal struggles, but it is written by Isaacson, not Job, himself. Next up, we have here a diary. It is a reflective account of a specific events or periods in the author's life. It may include a person's experience or other thoughts or feelings. Like for example, like what you can see in the picture, it is a diary of Samuel Pepsi. It is a great example of a diary. He wrote about his everyday life in the 7th century in England, including major events like the Great Fire of London, offering readers a personal and historical perspective. Another one we have here, an essay. It is a short, focused piece of writing that explores a particular subject, idea, or argument. And an example of this is A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. It is discuss the challenges that women face in writing and the importance of having a private space to create. It's an exploration of ideas, not a story of events. And another forms of nonfiction prose is journalisms. It is writing that reports real events, often current, for the purpose of informing the public. And one of its best example is The Guardian. It is known for its investigative journalism, which means it provides in-depth reporting on current events, uncovering hidden truths, and keeping the public informed. Next up, we have letters. It is a written communication between individuals, often revealing personal thoughts or historical events. And an example of this is the letters of Vincent van Gogh. Wherein it is a collection of the artist's letters, mainly to his brothers. It includes his emotions, struggles during his life as an artist. Another forms of nonfiction prose is textbook. Textbook are educational material designed to teach a subject in a structured manner. Like for example, The Theories of Learning by B.H. Kinkilo. It is a textbook because it explains different theories about how people learn, making it useful for the student and teachers in understanding educational methods. And we also have travel books. It is an account of the author's journey, describing places, cultures, and experiences. And its example is The Geography of Bliss by Eric Weiner. It is an example of a travel book. It explores different countries and their cultures to find the happiness place in the world, blending humor with personal reflection. And the last form of nonfiction prose is we have here the magazine article. It is a short nonfiction piece in periodicals covering various topics like current events or lifestyle. And one of its best and famous example is the Mega Magazine, featuring articles on the latest trends in fashions, beauty, Filipino culture, and it offers insights into the lives of influential people and what's currently in styles. So each of these genres offers a unique way to engage with the real world through factual, thought-provoking, and personal reflections, making nonfiction prose a powerful way to learn and understand the human experiences. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of nonfiction prose. I hope today's discussion sparked your curiosity and inspired you to embrace the beauty of real stories. Remember, literature is not just about imaginations. It's also a mirror of reality that helps us grow and connect. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and let truth guide your journey. See you soon!